How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Vince, aka Damage Step, here bringing you more Pokemon Pocket content. Today we're going to be finishing our push to Master Ball tier. We're about 50 points off. Yes, we're a scumbag. We're going to be playing DarkTina, but it is the best deck of the format in my opinion. And hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm going to show you the deck list real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and get into that grind. And maybe afterwards, I'm going to have to go take a shower for playing DarkTina. Sorry, but that's the game. Here we go. So starting off, we have 2 Giratina, 2 Darkrai, of course, pretty straightforward. We have a red card, one of the best cards of the format. So many decks are searching or requiring their rare candy, 3-card combos, etc. So this card just kind of throws a little hiccup into their plans. We got our 2 Pokeballs, standard, 2 Giant Capes, 1 Rocky Helmet. Rocky Helmet's really good versus trying to fend off some of those Oricorio decks. It's very good versus fighting, but overall I just prefer the Giant Cape HP a little bit better. Professor's Research, standard again. 1 Sabrina, 2 Leaf, 1 Cyrus, 1 Mars, 1 Pokemon Center Lady, 1 Red, and then 1 Guzma. So here we go. Let's get into the battles. Alright, here we go. Ultra Ball rank 4, 51 points to the next rank, currently 1399. We have our buddy Slowbro here for a little extra energy and support. Let's go be a scumbag in the ranked, and let's go terrorize the ladder a little bit. Here we go. First match, who do we get? As long as we don't get an Oricorio deck, we're pretty happy. Oricorio is probably one of the hardest counters to this version of the deck. Mostly if they get both out, or if they have some heals, like 2 Oricorios and some heals. Otherwise, this deck does fairly well against every other deck. Oricorio is just kind of a grind, so let's go ahead and see what we got here. Leading with the Darkrai. And we're going first. Not the worst, since we don't have our Giratina going first. We get an extra card to try to draw and search it out. Hopefully they don't have anything too powerful. Okay, and there's the Professor's Research. And a Pokeball, and another Professor's Research. Not bad, we take that. 2 or 3 chance to get a Giratina here, and we do. We get a Giratina. There we go. Wow, beautiful. And now it's looking just about like a perfect first turn. Go ahead and activate Giratina's ability, get our energy, and keep pressing. Let's see what they do. So he has the Cogma. Been playing too much League of Legends. He has the Cosmog out already. Skarmory in the back. He's going to switch the Skarmory in. Not a big deal. We're okay with this. Guzma is going to be good for that Skarmory later. Honestly, a lot of people would put the energy on the Darkrai right now, but I don't think I need to. I think I'm going to try to full set up my Giratina first, and 4 cards in hand. I'm actually going to wait on the Mars. A little risky, but you know, we like to take chances here. Let's go ahead and just use our Professor. Okay, not bad. I will go ahead and preemptively cape this. I like to keep my hand not too big because red card and Mars are so prevalent in the meta. You don't want to have a massive hand, get red carded or Mars, and then just mess up your whole setup. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and drop both of my tools here. And we're going to use Giratina's ability next. And there we go. Now we're looking pretty good. Now we're on our way to being super set up. Okay, so he has the Cosmoem on the bench, which means he doesn't have the rare candy. Oh, and that's unfortunate. Great play by him. The Guzma just took us down a notch, but that's okay. He doesn't have the tool for his own Skarmory, so honestly, that's very fine. Let's go ahead and put our energy onto the Darkrai. And then you may think this isn't going to have a lot of value or it's a waste, but I'm going to Mars here, assuming he has a Solgaleo in his hand, to shuffle up his hand and see if we can disrupt his hand here. If he has the Cosmoem and he has energy on it, there's a chance he has Solgaleo in his hand, so we're going to play the odds and see what happens. We're also going to play down this Giratina in case we get Sabrina'd out. We don't want to take damage on her Giratina before it's too early. So since we have the leaf to play with, we're going to go ahead and make this swap. Okay, the energy. And the helmet, so it looks like our hunch may have been right. Let's see. Does he have it? Do you have the Solgaleo? Wait. He does not have the Solgaleo. I'm gonna does he? Am I getting bait? He does not. Okay, he doesn't have the Solgaleo. That's good for us. I'm actually really happy about that. So he's minus 50 on the damage. We can go ahead and pop our Darkrai with the energy. We can kill with Giratina, but then we're being threatened by Cosmog. I'm gonna go ahead and say he drew dead. We're gonna yellow this. We're gonna leaf out. We're gonna yellow it. We're not gonna Guzma because I want to save the energy on my Darkrai at the very least. And we're gonna attack here. And we're gonna take out this Cosmoem for a point. This is risky business. He can still rare candy Solgaleo, and if he does, it's really rough, but he doesn't have any energy on it, so at least we may be able to do a tactical retreat here. And he conceded. There we go. Perfect. Exactly how we wanted it to go. Good. DarkTina takes another victory. Very exciting, very exciting. 8 turns. And we're to 41 points. Alright, nice. We're on our way. Thank you. Thank you for a good battle. And back in we go. Here we go. Just that simple. Let's do it again. Hello, Taylor. Alright, here we go. Going second. Let's see how we open. Darkrai opener. Not bad, but we do obviously want to get into our Giratina as fast as possible. Going against a grass deck, so that's kind of scary. Carvine too, so he's going to be hitting hard quick, which means if we don't open up fast, we're going to be in trouble. Professor's research. Good for him. Followed by the Pokeball. Oh, it's always followed by the Pokeball. Nice. I don't see an Arceus though yet, which is good for us. We get a Darkrai on the bench. I think I'm going to start stacking the bench Darkrai just because this one's going to be taking a lot of damage, so we just gotta hope he doesn't find his Arceus before we can find, you know, our third energy on Darkrai. So let's see. Oh no, he got another Professor's. He only has 8 cards left in deck, so the odds of him having his Arceus are fairly high. And there it is. That's quite unfortunate for us. But so far his Arceus still doesn't have any energy on it, which is good. We can play around with that notion. 70 damage does hurt. And there's our Pokeball. Alright, not bad, not bad. We finally get our Giratina out. Go ahead and we're going to heal our Darkrai because of course we don't want it to die next turn. And then we're going to energy our Darkrai. And our Giratina is going to be a little awkward this game because it's going to be slow. Hopefully we can pull off something crazy. But just because we missed it by a turn, it actually slows it down quite a bit. I guess we're kind of hoping they don't get the Zubat. Some kind of hand control here would be really good. Sabrina. I'm actually okay with this because I can go ahead and just leave this back out, play with my Darkrais maybe for the kill on the Arceus. It's gonna be a tough match, but I'm not opposed to him forcing in my Giratina here. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to bait him in a little bit here. Our goal is to try to pick up a double knockout at some point, lower the damage on his Arceus by having less Mons available. There's the next Carvine. He's gonna swap it out naturally. Which is good for us. We're stalling his energy. It's actually kind of exactly what we want. Perfect. Not too worried about that. We're in a decent spot so far. So now we're going to Cyrus in this Carnivine. We're gonna go ahead and take that one out with our Darkrai. He's going to bring in his Carnivine. We're going to go ahead and retreat to our other Darkrai. Giant Cape this. Then we're going to fight for the second KO here. He only has one energy on his Arceus, so we're in a very good spot. We take 2 KOs, we have a Sabrina in hand. We're scared of Mars, we're scared of Crobat because of the HP that Crobat has, but we'll see what happens here. But we're in a pretty good spot right now. There's the rare candy, which is spooky. His lack of energy, though, is really what's keeping us going here. Another Zubat. And another Arceus. Oh no. Followed by the Mars. Wow, what a play by him. Here's the thing though, he kind of has to attack. I don't know if he has the option to swap. If he swaps, he's just going to be stalling even more. If he has the Cyrus, then we're going to make him attack into this potentially. We kind of have to just risk it here. Kind of just got to keep going for it. You got to keep attacking. See, if he stays in, he loses. If he swaps, he loses, right? He has double Crobats out, which is spooky. I believe they only hit your active Pokemon. Yes, they do. Okay. He has to swap out, right? He can't keep staying in. He has a leaf. Oh, that's scary. We kind of end up in the same exact boat here. I too have a leaf, which I'm gonna make the swap out for. Bring in my other Darkrai, who is locked and loaded. We need to make the same threat on basically all of his Mons at some point. Whew. He's gonna be playing a Ring Around the Rosie with me for a while, I can tell. The damage is adding up quite a bit. he should be swapping into... Okay, yes. He's playing Ring Around the Rosie with me to try to beat me with the Crobats here. But I'm going to play a Ring Around the Rosie with him as well. What a match. Ay ay ay. What to do, what to do. This Darkrai is going to go down to 10 HP the next turn. $40. $10. He brought out his other Arceus. I think that's a mistake. I think he should have kept in with what he had. So now, I think he made a mistake there, and we're going to capitalize on it. We're going to Sabrina. And that should be it. Boo! What a hard match. Oh my gosh, what a back and forth. Oh, battle of stalls, but Darkrai is just too good. Darkrai is such a good card. Whew, that was a heart attack. Heart pounder. Alright. 2 wins. Thank you. What a battle. Wow. Back and forth. Whew. But we navigated it. We navigated out of there. Here we go. 31 points. Let's keep it going. 2-win streak. Let's keep battling. There we go. Next opponent. Here we go. Going second. We have not been opening that amazing these last few games, and still we're pulling it out. I think Darkrai just might be unfair. It's just unfair. Let's see what we have. So we have another Tapu Lele deck. Ideally, our dark type advantage does incredible into this. So we'll see what happens. Professor Oaks, we're hoping he doesn't play down too many cards. Okay, that's good for us, because I kind of want to Mars, but I think I can't because we have the Professors and we want to get out our Giratina. Pokeball. There's the Giratina. That's perfect. Let's do energy onto Darkrai because they're leading a Psychic. And we want to slow down Tapu's damage. We're going to go ahead and cape our Giratina. Maybe we can bait out a Guzma. Don't make the mistake we did the other match. And then we're going to use our Broken Space Bellow. And now we are up 2 energy. That's just how Giratina works. Well, we're net positive 1 energy, and we have our energy from going second, so we're 2 energy to 0. Let's see what move they can make. Another Tapu on the bench. There's a rare candy, so they did open the Greninja. I do wish I could have been able to Mars as well. Red card would have been really nice to have here. What's the play? What's the play, friend? Okay, so he's going for the damage onto... Okay, so far he's focusing down the Giratina. Interesting. I'm actually quite fine with that. He can focus down the Giratina. Darkrai is so strong in its own right. We will play this Darkrai in case he Sabrinas. We're going to go ahead and activate our ability here. Now he has his own Giratina and has to decide if he wants to attack or use his energy there. He is set up. This can be a little scary, but I'm not too worried here. Now he's decided to focus the Darkrai. And that's 60 damage. That is a lot of damage, but here we're going to go ahead and finish setting up our Giratina. We will cape this so we cannot get KO'd. Giratina is going to take a lot of damage here because of his energy and Tapu Lele's effect. So he's going to be taking 80, 100, but that's fine because I'm trying to bait him into putting all the damage into the Giratina rather than my Darkrai while my Darkrai secretly sweeps. This is going to be a tough matchup though. I can see some struggle happening already. We're gonna have to just go ahead and see what happens. He's splitting his focus here. That card is so strong. We might be in some trouble here. Okay, I think I'm just going to go ahead and attack with the Giratina and keep the Darkrai nice and healthy here. Well, as healthy as we can. Well, energy here. I see a world where we win this battle. I really do. But getting there is not going to be easy. There is a world, and essentially the world is making him waste energy away from Giratina so that we can snipe it with like a Sabrina, or snipe his frog with a Sabrina. Interesting, he's really spreading that damage around. I see, he wants to go for a double KO. Very smart. But he gives us a leaf, so we're not going to give him that double KO so easily. I guess we are just hoping he doesn't have a Guzma here. Not a Guzma, actually a Guzma would be terrible too. We're hoping he doesn't have a Guzma or a Cyrus here. I think at best we might be playing for a tie. Would be our best case scenario. Tough battles. The closer you get to Master Ball tier, the tougher these battles get. Pokeball. Giratina. Greninja. There's the Cyrus. Man. It might be all she wrote. I think that might be all she wrote. me do a little bit of math here. So either way, it's 20. Whether we do the Guzma or the red, it's 100, 120. We can force him to suicide, resulting in a draw potentially because of the bonus, depending on if he has heals or not. So he does have 10 HP left. Let's see if he wants to play for the draw or the win. If he has heals, he's playing for the win 100%. If he does not, this may be a little different. It's really up to him. The battle's in his hands right now. The battle is really in his hands. The only thing he can attack with is his Giratina. If he does, that will result in a draw, I believe. If he doesn't, we can pull out a win here. So he chooses to attack. He should be taking a draw, I believe. And it's a tie. Okay, we'll take a tie. Whew, that was an incredibly hard matchup. Whew. Sometimes, you know, the best case scenario is a tie, and a tie is way better than a loss. So, thank you for a great battle, very tough battle. Oh my, that was hard. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, we're back, Pokemon fans. Here we go. 6 points to Master Ball tier, 1 win away. We're on a 3 streak. Let's get this last match in. Here we go, Master Ball, here we come. Let's get it. Alright, let's go. Going first. Okay, we like that if we see the Giratina opener. We have a Darkrai. Darkrai's not bad. And a Pokeball. Maybe a mirror match here. Looks like it is going to be a mirror match here potentially. Alright, 2 and 3 shot to hit this Giratina here. 2 and 3. And we hit a Darkrai. That's quite unfortunate. Ooh, it's going to make this a tough match now. Let's go ahead and put our Rocky helmet on. And we'll end there. Let's see what they have. Pokeball, research, nice hand for them. And they got their Giratina off, okay. We may have an answer for that. Let's see here. We need to get Big Threat onto this Giratina. We're going to go ahead and swap it out right away. Put this energy onto the bench, Darkrai. And yeah, I guess that's about all we can do. Okay, they hit their second Darkrai, another Pokeball. Some more damage onto our Darkrai. The potion coming in. Looking a lot like the old Darkrai deck that I made last season, so they're swapping out, okay. Guzma. I guess it's really going to come down to if they attack here, because if they attack here instead of setting up another turn, that could cost them the match. There's the potion. Off that potion, they might feel confident enough to attack. Now that sucks a bit. Okay, we got basically our exact same hand back. And they go for the attack. That's actually what we want to see. We want to see them go for the attack because now their Giratina is in a sketchier spot. We actually want that attack to happen. That's big for us. That's big. So now we bring out our own Darkrai, and they're not going to be expecting KO here. Get that red off. Dark Prism for 100 damage. That's our first KO, so now we've traded KOs. And normally I'd be pretty stressed about this situation. However, because they attacked early, instead of going for one more turn of setup in a very disadvantageous spot for me, now we have a small chance to take this if we draw the perfect cards. Mars back at us, huh? Ooh, that's a pretty good pickup right there. If we get a cape? Oh my gosh, we did not. We may have just drawn absolutely perfectly. This is about as best of a draw as we could have possibly asked for here. Alright, now we're in a good spot. They would have to red or Giovanni to kill. Realistically, they need to swap or risk losing. We're taking 150. Leaf could also win them the game here. Leaf would also be huge for them. Let's see, do they have a Leaf, Giovanni, or red? All those are really big options for them right here. No, so they're gonna bring in their Darkrai. Which now gives me another turn to try and attack here. We have our own Giratina, but that's no use to us. We do have a Cyrus in our deck still. So they're gonna have to swap. But then they go 0 energy and they swap into their Giratina. They need a Leaf. A Leaf can win them this match. We're in an intense back and forth match here. I'm not sure how to feel. We've gotten pretty lucky to be even able to stay in this match. It really comes down to what's in their hand. So now we're going to take 20 damage here. They have to swap into their other Giratina. They need a Leaf badly. They really do. And I need a Cyrus. I need 2 turns or a Cyrus, and they need to not draw a Leaf. So they have essentially they've used 1 Leaf, 3 cards in their deck. So there's a 33% chance they win this, and for me it's a whatever 1 in 11 is. There's our Leaf. We have to just keep going for it. All his Pokemon are in lethal right now. It really comes down to this draw. 33% chance. Does he get it? 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 Where is he? Come on, bud. Come on, bud. Bring me some luck. Bring me some luck. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Master Ball tier. Master Ball tier. Let's get it. Red. Red! Wait for it. Let's go! We did it! What a grueling match. We are Master Ball tier. There we go. Master Ball tier. We got it. Victory. Oh my gosh, what a hard matchup. He had a lot of answers and I got really lucky and drew a lot of answers back at him. Whew. Alright. There it is. Master Ball tier. Amazing. Let's go ahead and check real quick what our overall win percentage is. Thank you for the hard match. I actually haven't checked my win percentage yet this season. I wanted to wait till the very end to see what we ended up rocking. And boom, we are Master Ball tier just like that. We went on a 4-win streak. Let's check out the records. And 58% win rate. We had 58% win rate with DarkTina. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you all, and have a good day. Peace!